Hey guys, I got a new review for you today, and it's on the Polar Pro Cinema Series ND filters for Phantom 3 and Phantom 4, I think. I think it fits on the same filter. But these are the ND16, ND32, and ND64. And I had the original Polar Pro series before, and they were like a polarizer ND 4 times and ND 8 times, and that's just not quite enough for video. You still have to bump your shutter speed up, and that kind of gives you that jaggedy, kind of choppy look to your footage. It doesn't give you your nice cinematic smooth shots. So what I ended up doing was buying a Lee ND filter in like a plastic gel and cutting them out and sticking them inside of the other filters just to darken them up, and it worked out all right. I got some nice footage with that. I found that it wasn't as sharp and it kind of loses quality, and I think that's just because it's trying to shoot through glass and plastic. So with these now, I'll be able to stop it down to what I need it to and get awesome cinematic footage, especially in sunny days like this. It's a perfect day for this, so I'm going to test it out and show you what my results are. These ND filters are really high quality. They're made out of aluminum and some really nice glass. I've never had a problem with them throwing the gimbal out of balance. All you have to do is make sure you calibrate your gimbal ahead of time before you send it up, and you should be good to go. If you don't know what an ND filter is, I'm shooting with one on my camera right now. That's a variable ND filter, which allows you to adjust the intensity to what you need. But it allows you to have a nice shallow depth of field by opening your aperture right up in a bright environment like this and keeping your shutter at 1/60th of a second, which is what you need for a really nice smooth cinematic look. And yeah, you can blur the background out and have a nice sharp image in front. And what happens if you take the ND filter off, it's going to be overexposed, so you're going to have to stop the lens down, which ends up making kind of everything in focus, and it doesn't give it quite as nice of a look if you're trying to go for that nice shallow depth of field. But on the drone, it doesn't work that way. You don't have any aperture control at all. It stays wide open all the time, and that's why you need these ND filters, because your only other option is to use the shutter. And like I said, if you're using the shutter at a really high shutter speed, everything's really kind of quick and jerky, and it doesn't really look as smooth. So what I'll do is I'll send the drone up first without any ND filters on and bump the shutter way up until I get the right exposure, and you'll see what I'm talking about. I'll bring it back down and I'll stick one of these ND filters on, and yeah, I'll show you what it looks like. So my shutter is currently at 1/60th of a second, but it's way overexposed by about 2 stops. So I have to bump my shutter up to about 1/1000th of a second to get the proper exposure. So this is without the ND filter. So I'll bring it back now, and then I'll put the ND filter on. So now I put the ND filter on. It's pretty much pitch black. I have to adjust my shutter speed back to 1/60th of a second in order to get proper exposure. And I'm gonna recalibrate the gimbal just because there might be a little bit of weight that's changed on it from the original filter to this one. I don't know if I'll get that awesome shot of the train coming. It was timed pretty nice when the train came by, so I don't know if I can get that again with these ND filters, but I'll fly it around. You can see the difference in the color tone and how smooth it is. So as you can tell, it made the footage a lot smoother, and the colors pop a little bit more. And if you're thinking about getting these filters, you can get them on Amazon or B&H. I think they're only about $100, and they're a pretty good deal for what they can do, and the quality's awesome. So I recommend them. And if you want to get more serious about doing video with your drone, pick up these filters. So thanks for watching, and if you like this video, drones up. If you dislike this video, drones down. I'll see you in the next one.